Means whenever the current flowing in a circuit, the component of the circuit produce the or dissipate the heat, and that concept is called as a heating effect of current. So students, in this heating effect of current concept, always remember when a circuit consists of a resistor and a source of EMF only. Means a circuit having a resistor and source of EMF, that is a battery. So whenever a circuit consists of resistors and source of EMF, then by the help of this source of EMF, the current start flowing in a circuit. So when the current passes through the resistor, in that condition, the production of heat in a resistor by flowing the current is called as heating effect of current. So what is the heating of effect of current? The phenomena of production of heat in a resistor by flowing a electric current through it is called as a heating effect of current, and this phenomena is only applicable when the circuit consists of a resistor and a source of EMF. So what is the heating effect? When the circuit consists of a resistor and a source of EMF, then the phenomena of production of heat in a resistor by flowing electric current through it is called heating effect of current. Okay, now hope you understood what is the concept of heating effect of current, or this is also named as Joule heating. That is a Joule's law of heating, right? This is also named as a Joule heating. Okay, now I am going to discuss what is the law of Joule heating, what is the Joule's heating law. Now students, the next topic is heat produced by electric current, or this is called as a Joule's law of heating. Now in the Joule's law of heating, if I am saying we have a resistance or resistor of resistance R and connect this resistance with the supply of EMF E or EMF E. Okay, now in that condition the current start flowing in a circuit, and if I am saying at a resistance there are 2 points A and B. Now when the current start flowing, the potential difference across this resistance will be V, and we can write V is equal to VA minus VB, where VA is greater than VB. Okay students, now when the current flowing in a circuit from the terminal A to B, or we can say charge flowing from the terminal A to B, so we say the charge is flowing from the decreasing potential. What it means? The higher potential is point A and lower potential is at the point B. So the charge is flowing from a decreasing potential from A to B. So the charge flow in a circuit from A to B in time t is written as Q is equal to IT. Okay, now this charge is flowing through a decreasing potential, so that the potential energy decreases by the amount the charge is flowing through decreased potential Hence, the potential energy decreases by amount. Potential energy decreases by amount, that is U is equal to final potential energy at B minus initial potential energy at A point. So we can write as final potential energy as QVB minus QVA, or we can write as minus times VA minus V. Okay, minus times VA minus VB. And what is the value of VA minus VB? That is equal to V. So we can write as this is minus Q. So students, the decreasing potential energy is minus QV, and we know that by the law of conservation of energy, the change in kinetic energy is equal to the potential energy. So by the law of conservation of energy, we can say that kinetic energy is equal to minus times potential energy, or the sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to 0. That is the law of conservation of energy. So here we can find the kinetic energy as minus of minus QV, that is equal to Q. That means that kinetic energy increases when the charge is flowing from the decreasing potential. And when the kinetic energy increases, the charge carrier electrons start collide with the atoms or ions. Now in this case, the vibration in the ions increases, and when the vibrations in the ion increases, now they get produce the heat. They get produce the heat in the conductor, and that heat dissipation in the form of energy. Now the energy in the form of energy dissipate in the form of heat, and that energy is written as. Now what happens when the kinetic energy increases? In that condition, the electrons start colliding with the atoms and ions. Now the ions vibrate more frequently, and they produce the heat. They produce the heat. Now when they produce the heat, the energy dissipated in form of heat in time t is written as capital H, which is equal to energy dissipated in form of heat, which is equal to Q into V. And we all know that Q is equal to IT, so it is written as VIT. So the formula of heat dissipation or formula of heat produced due to the electric current is VIT, or this formula is equal to V square by R into T, or this formula is written as I square R into T. So there are three formulas for the heat dissipation due to the electric current, that is VIT, or V square upon R into T, or I square R into T. Now this concept is called as a Joule's law of heating. Now students, again I write the formula for heat produced, that is VIT, and that unit is always in Joule, or we can write as I square R into T, unit is in Joule. Okay, or we can write V square upon R into T, also the unit always in Joule. So student, whenever you have to find the energy in calorie, you have to divide these joule by the value of 4.18. So if you find the answer in calorie, so in that condition you can write the formula as VIT upon 4.18 calorie, or you can write as I square R into T upon 4.18 calorie, or you can write as V square by R into T upon into 4.18 calorie. So whenever you want to find your heat dissipation in terms of calorie, you have to divide the joule by the value of 4.18. Okay students? Now student, the next topic is electric power. Well, how we can define the electric power? we can define the electric power as the amount of work done by a source of EMF to maintain an electric current through its circuit is called its electric power. So how we can define the electric power? The rate of amount of work done by a source of EMF into maintaining a electric current through its circuit is called as a electric power. So how we can define the electric power? The rate of amount of work done by a source of EMF in maintaining an electric current in a circuit is called electric power. Okay. Now how we can define the electric power? The electric power is defined by the term P, and P is equal to work done upon time. What is it means? That is equal to work done upon time, the rate of work done. So work done, rate of work done means we have to divide the work done by the time. So if I am saying the current I is flowing through a circuit in a time t and the circuit have a constant potential V, in that condition the energy consumed or work done is defined as W equal to VIT. What I am saying, if a current I is flowing in a circuit in time t and the potential is constant, that is V, then the work done or energy consumed, is written as W is equal to VIT. Okay. Now, if you put the work done value here, we get the power formula as VIT upon T. T is cancelled out and this is V into I. So, power is equal to potential multiplied by current, and the unit of power always in watt. If the unit of power, I am going to write here, unit for the power is joule per second or watt, right? The unit of power is joule per second or watt, or the higher units for the power, that is 1 kilowatt is 10 to the power 3 watt, 1 megawatt is 10 to the power 6 watt, and 1 horsepower is 746 watt. Okay students, so this is the explanation as well as unit for the case of electric power. Now I am going to explain electrical energy. Now student, the topic is electric energy. How we can define the electric energy? The total amount of work done by a source of EMF in maintaining a electric current through a circuit for a given time is called as a electrical energy. So how we define the electrical energy? The total amount of work done by a source of EMF in maintaining an electric current in a circuit in given time is called electric energy. Is called electrical energy, right? So electrical energy is defined as power into time. Electrical energy is always defined as power multiplied by time. Okay, so electrical energy is power is VI and time is T, so this is equal to VIT. Okay, so the electrical energy is VIT or I square R into T or V square by R into T. Okay, now unit for the electrical energy is same as joule. Is in joule. But students, we have to take the commercial unit for a electrical energy, right? आप सबके घर में इलेक्ट्रिकल मीटर लगा होगा और इलेक्ट्रिकल मीटर में जितने भी अप्लायंसेस आपके कनेक्टेड हैं उसमें आपकी कॉमर्शियल यूनिट आती है. कॉमर्शियल यूनिट मीन्स द कॉमर्शियल यूनिट बाय विच वी पे द अमाउंट दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द कॉमर्शियल यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. सो हमेशा याद रखिए जो आपके पावर अप्लायंसेस है वो एनर्जी कंज्यूम करते हैं, पावर कंज्यूम नहीं करते. सो एनर्जी की जो यूनिट है दैट इज अ कॉमर्शियल यूनिट. कॉमर्शियल यूनिट फॉर एनर्जी इज इन किलोवाट आवर. Kilowatt hour. Okay, kWh. So if we want to convert this kilowatt hour into joule, how we convert? 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 kilowatt multiplied by 1 hour. 1 kilowatt we can write as 10 to the power 3 watt and 1 hour we can write as 36 seconds. So this is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Okay, so either if you want to use the commercial unit in joule, you can write as 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule, or otherwise the commercial unit is always in 1 kilowatt hour and that is called as 1 unit. Okay, 1 unit of energy. Okay, so 1 kilowatt hour or 1 unit of energy and that is called as a commercial unit for the energy. Now today I discussed the topic heating effect of current, what is the Joule's law of heating effect, as well as what is the electrical power and what is the electrical energy. Okay students, now thank you so much, have a nice day.